Welcome to Agnes and Dora by Rachel Clark. If you are new here, welcome. I am excited to have you. And if you are a veteran shopper, welcome to this video. I am going to be going over the party site here and the best ways for you to be able to utilize it to get the best shopping experience and for things to run smoothly for both you and myself. So what I wanted to just do is go through the party site here and kind of show you guys how you can navigate through the site and give you some tips and tricks that might help it so that way you are able to shop a little more easily. So sometimes I get some feedback that the site doesn't load for you or that you have some issues, so hopefully some of this might help you with that. Okay, so if you go to shoprachelclark.com, which is my main shopping site, that's my direct link to this page, you will be brought here, which this is the home page. You'll see that there are different ways here that you can navigate throughout the site, these different tabs here that you can click to go to different places. And you can also scroll down the site and see that here is this shop all the things button. You could click there, that's going to take you to my full inventory, or you can also click this join my team, which will bring you to a form that you would fill out if you're interested in possibly selling Agnes and Dora, and that way you will connect with headquarters who will give you additional information on that. There is no commitment if you do fill out this form, but it's a way for you to be able to be provided more information. If you continue scrolling down the page here, you're just going to see there's a little info about myself, about my family, why I joined Agnes and Dora, and then you'll see here that it says I'm proudly a BBB accredited business. And then you can also keep scrolling down and you'll see that down here are those same options again where you can navigate throughout the site. So let's go back up here to the top. Now, the main thing that I want to show you guys today is about the shop. So if you click this shop button, and sometimes you need to click things twice. This is going to take you here to my main inventory. So this is going to take you to all the inventory that I have in stock. And there is a lot. I have nearly 3,000 pieces, but 785 different options for you. So that would be different styles, different prints and colors. Or there are 785. And a lot of the time I think that this is where people struggle with how to use the site, or that it's not loading or have some problems, because there's so much here for it to load, especially if you're on a mobile device. This is a lot of inventory and pictures for one page to load. So what I have found is that the best way is to kind of search by category, and we'll go over that in just a moment. But I want to show you guys here a little bit about how this main page works. So let's say we're looking at this wrap top here, and you can see I have a small available. Anything that's white with the black around it means that it is still available. You can click on it and you can see how many are available. So right now there is just one in size small available. Now anything that is grayed out means that it was something I did have in stock, but it has sold out. If you see that, or if you see something that doesn't show up at all, it means maybe I didn't have that item in stock, or I pulled it differently and so it's just not showing up. But there is always an option for me to be able to try to track something down for you. So if you see something on here that I don't have in your size, but you're interested in having that, let me know and I will certainly do my best to see if I can find that item for you. So here, if we're looking at this long sleeve wrap top, and I want to get a little bit more information on this. So you can click here on the image and it is going to take you directly to that product. So you can see more details on there. And what's really nice about this is, again, you're going to be able to see the name, the price, again, what sizes are available, and what I just love, which is a newer addition here to the site, is that you are able to kind of scroll over and get an up-close look. So, you know, this is a long sleeve wrap top ribbed olive. Well, what does ribbed mean? Well, you can scroll over this and you can actually see the ribbing in the fabric. So that is really cool. You can see it's not a real heavy rib. It's kind of just that light ribbed effect to the fabric. So what's very nice too is if you wondered what this print looks like up close, you can scroll down and you can actually take a look at some of these other things. And if this was the dress that we were looking at, the curry dress, you can get a nice close-up look here, oops, at this fabric and how nice that print is. Now, a lot of people will message me and ask me for up-close pictures. I'm happy to still send you those, but this is just another option that maybe you didn't know was available for you to be able to take an up-close look at some of these items and the fabrics themselves. If you continue scrolling down here on the page, you'll be able to see some product details. So here it's going to give you a little description of the product, how you can wrap it, that it has long sleeves. Then it's going to also tell you how long it is. So this length is actually going to be the length from the high point on the shoulder to the bottom of the top. So it's 17 inches long. It's going to tell you how it fits, some ideas, so that way you get an idea of that. Then it also is going to tell you that it's the long sleeve version of the original wrap top. So if you're familiar with some of our original pieces here, it gives you that little detail that this is just like the original, it's just a long sleeve version. And then it tells you the fabric. So that is really, really helpful. I love, a lot of people ask me what type of fabric this is. Well, here it's going to tell you it's a ribbed jersey, and then it actually tells you what the content of the fabric is. It gives you some washing instructions, tells you where it's made, where the fabrics are made, or whether they're US made or imported. And then it also, which is awesome, tells you what size the model is wearing. So sometimes we are curious how it's going to fit, or, you know, is this model really in her true size? This is going to give you a good idea here by being able to see this. So that is really helpful. Then if you click here on the size chart, you are going to see that there is this size chart. Now this is just a generic Agnes and Dora size chart. So the goal is that all of our items that are extra, extra small are going to fit 00 to 0, and all our items that are extra small, 0 to 2, small 4 to 6, medium 8 to 10. So this is just kind of a broadened scale here for you, a size chart for in general how things should fit. And now, typically, our items do fall in this category with the option of sizing up or down. So when we talk about that this might run a little bit roomy and you can size down, this chart here does not equate for that. So every item is going to show you the same size chart, which is just a generalized size chart. So make sure to pay attention if we do talk about sizing down. It's not going to be reflected here on this size chart that you can size down. If you continue scrolling here to the bottom, you can see that you can leave comments, and there actually were some comments here on this page already, and they are quite old. So that is one thing about these comments, is that they don't go away. So if you have a question, you can pop it right on here. You can post a comment. I get a message that there's a new comment on my site, and I come here and I check it and I can reply here. But the only thing about replying here is that I cannot post a picture. So if you were wondering about what the fabric looks like up close and you wanted a picture of that, or if we were going to discuss some other things about the item, you know, that we maybe don't want to post here for all to see and to stick, you know, these comments don't go away, then that's something that you might want to private message me about, or I would private message you or email you, and we can discuss those things in further detail. But when I add a comment back here, I believe that you will get a notification as well that a comment has been added. So that is a nice thing about this site, is that we can do a little bit of communication here. So if you aren't on Facebook or you aren't exactly sure how to get a hold of me, you can always communicate with me right here. Now there is an option on the topic of getting a hold of me. Way up here at the top, if you scroll up, it says contact me, and then you could also click on my picture here, and it is going to bring you to a page where you can complete a form that is going to send me an email. It's called Rep Connect, and it lets me know that I have a customer who is trying to reach out to me and contact me regarding something. So that is always an option as well. If you don't know how to contact me, is that you can go here to the contact me, or you can click here on my picture, and it will direct you as to how you can get a hold of me. So this is really some great content that you can find here on these main product sites, or these individual product sites. Now, if we click the back button, something that really, I think, becomes discouraging for people is that all of that inventory now, those 785 pieces, are in a different position. So where that wrap top was right here, it's no longer there. So every time you go on and off of this page, you are being brought back to a new screen of inventory, because the inventory just scrambles. So I think that that gets discouraging for some, because you feel like you're going through the inventory over and over again, and you can't keep track of what you've seen and what you haven't seen. And so this is where I wanted to kind of give you some tips on how the best way for browsing and shopping the site, even if you're new or even if you're a veteran shopper and you kind of know where things are, this is going to give you some good tips for how to like really zone in on what you're looking for. Okay, so over here you'll see there are these categories. Dresses, let's just go right there. So view all is going to bring you here to the 785. These are all of your options, all of your shopping options. If you click on the dresses column, this is going to, first of all, it's bringing you right to all the dresses. So there are 125 different dresses in my stock. And then you see that there are categories here for all of the different dresses. So if I wanted to specifically look at just the Mitchell dress, I would click here. It takes me directly to just the 2 Mitchell dresses that are in stock, and this is not overwhelming to look at. So then we can toggle here. We can click on to this Mitchell dress and get some information here. We can read through this, look at this, get some up close. Let's see if we can see. See, you can even see the nice texture in this fabric. So this is just a fantastic bonus here on this site, is being able to get those up close things or up close images. So now we're going to click back. We're going to go back here and let's see, because I don't even know if it's going to bring us right back to that Mitchell dress. So see, it does. So when you click the back arrow, now we are back here to our Mitchell dresses, just the 2, and we don't have a whole bunch of scrambled inventory. Then we can go down to the slip dresses. We can search here and look at these options. And this is just a great way to really zone in and kind of look at every specific category and be able to look and know what you've looked at. So you could just go, line by line, going through this inventory and looking at the different items. So let's say we are finished looking at dresses, and now we want to move on to layers. Again, it's going to bring us here to our main layers, the 160 different items. Once you click that plus sign is when it's going to give you this drop down of all of the options. Oh, I ended up on leggings. Okay, so here back on the layers. And again, here you can see how many different things I have. So like the Limitless jumper, I only have 1 different one of that in stock, just the black. You can go to the cable pullovers. You can see that I have 5. So this is a realistic way to zone in here on what items you're looking for. Now, something else that is really great about this is that you can search by size. So let's say I know that I want to look at the cable pullovers, but I'm a size medium and I just want to look at the mediums. So if I click here on medium, it is going to take me to what does Rachel have in medium. And it looks like I only have the navy pullover left in medium. And then I decide, well, I could probably do a small as well. I like that size. So let's search for smalls and mediums and take a look there and see what there is. Oh, we have a delay. Hopefully that doesn't take too long. This is just my Mac thinking. Okay, so here we are with what I have in small and medium. So I have the cable pullover in gray, and I have the in size small, and then you'll see I have the cable pullover in navy and both sizes. So I have those 2 options. Now, I know that in most items I could wear a small or a medium. So I would like to look at just the regular pullovers. So I'm going to click here. Now this still knows that I am searching for a small and medium items. So every time that I go to a different category, it is going to know that I am looking for small and medium, and that is what it should just show me, is anything that is in stock in small and medium. So as you can scroll through here, you'll be able to see that small, small, small and medium, small, 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 medium, that all of these are the options that I have in small and medium. And even though I have 22 total pullovers, this is only showing me the 11 that I have that are actually going to fit me. So this is going to really help. This way it's going to weed out and knows that I can't fit an extra small item, so don't show me those. I just really want to look at what is going to be in my size range. Now, we know that we can flex sizing in a lot of Agnes and Dora pieces, so that's why you might want to put a couple different sizes in there, so that way it's not so zoned in that you don't even get to see some of the other options for you. One other thing about seeing the sizes that you don't fit in, though, is that you will maybe see some prints or things that you like that I don't have in stock that are things that I can always track down and find for you. So it's not a bad idea to view more, but if you're kind of on that, I just want to look for something, I'm on a hunt right now, and I want to make this kind of speedy and not go through 785 different pieces, this is a great way for you to be able to zone in on those. Now, another option is, let's say you're looking for a specific item. So you are looking for the mesh tee, okay? And we were talking about the mesh tee recently, since that's a new item. Well, something great is that you can go up here and you can type in mesh. And my computer is just thinking a lot right now. I think it has an update to run, so everything is going to be slow until that happens. Okay, so, oh, I am still in the pullover. So I want to go back to view all. Okay, so I clicked back to view all, so that's why it just says clothing, not a specific category. And now I am searching mesh. So what's fantastic here is now that this is showing me all the mesh tees. We got rid of our sizes, so we're not doing size specific. We are searching here by name. So anything that I search has to be in the title of this item. So I'm searching for mesh, so all of these you'll see, they say mesh. Now, if I wanted to search for just the lace, I would type in lace. And now it's going to show me anything that has the name lace in it. Now let's say you're like, no, that wasn't really what I was thinking. I was thinking about that tee that Rachel has on that has like the mesh spots on it. I was sure that was the mesh tee. What could that be called? Well, we can simply type in tee here and look at it. It happens to be on this first line. And oh, it's called the sheer V-neck. So now I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change this to sheer. And it's going to bring me to all of the sheer V-neck. So this is just a way that we can zone in, find specifically what we're looking for, and not be lost in that mix of 785 different pieces of inventory, and then also frustrated when I click the back button and all of that inventory scrambles, and now I'm looking at all different things again. And I have no idea where I left off, what I've seen, what I haven't seen. So this is a fantastic way to utilize this site. It's also going to make loading much easier because you are not loading such a massive amount of inventory at one time. So this only has to load, this particular item is only loading 3 pictures. So that makes it so that it can run much smoother and it can load much easier for you. So I would definitely suggest searching by name. You can also search by color. So let's say, oh, that shirt that Rachel has on, I think it's called plum. Is it called plum? Let's take a look. If we type in plum, we are going to see all the items that have plum in the name. So it's not specifically by color, but it's by name. So this says plum, all of these plum pop, and V-neck plum. Okay, well that is not what Rachel had on. None of these are showing up here. So what about purple? We'll search purple. Oh, there it is. It's showing up under purple. So you might need to do a couple different searches to find the specific thing or a specific item depending on the color. So this is just really, really a fantastic way to utilize the great pieces of the shopping site that there are available to us. Let's go through and we are going to purchase this tee. So we would like to add this to the cart. We want a size large. We're going to add it to the cart. Once you click here and add it, you'll see that up here it shows that it's in your shopping cart. Well, I think that I would like to have this item, and as you can see there are 2 in stock, so I could bump that up if I'd like. Often people buy doubles or 2s of black leggings or jeggings or that kind of thing. So here's where you can adjust that size or the quantity that you're getting. So here we're going to add 1 to the cart. Let's go ahead and add this as well to the cart, and we're going to go ahead and get ready to check out. So I want to look and see what's in my cart, and oh, I put the wrong size here, so we're going to take this out of my cart. I'm just going to get these 2 items today. So now you need to click checkout. This is going to bring you to the screen where you're going to verify your shipping information. Now, just a heads up, it is in my shipping and return info here, but I shipped to the address that is in PayPal. So when I send you an invoice, it's going to ask you where you would like your shipment to go. Sometimes if you already have a PayPal account, that information is stored in there. But if you are changing addresses, you need to change your address in PayPal. So that way that's where your shipment is going to go. You know, I ship so many packages that double checking what's in PayPal to what's on the party site becomes very difficult. And it is just best that I stick to one place, which is PayPal that I go by. And what else is great about that is that if or PayPal backs transactions. So if your item becomes lost in the mail, we can file a claim with PayPal to try to locate that item or to help resolve that situation. Now, if I ship to an address other than what you have in PayPal, then we lose that, and it doesn't. Then I lose my seller's protection and all of that. So it's very important that the address you put in PayPal is correct. But of course, it's great to have it correct here on this screen as well. So make sure to update that if it changes. You're going to click continue and go to the next screen. And then here is where you'll be able to review your order. You can see your quantities. You can remove items. Still, you can edit here. And you're going to see your total. Now, this does not reflect the addition of shipping or tax. So if you live in the state of Michigan, then I do have to charge you sales tax and shipping, and those will be added onto your invoice. So this total just reflects what the actual items themselves cost, but don't include shipping or tax fees. So you're going to actually need to click place order. We're going to go ahead and do that, so that way you guys can see what comes next. So there are a few steps to checking out that you need to make sure you click that place order and get this screen that says order complete. If you do not click that, I will not get your order, and your inventory will become available for others, or your items will become available for others to purchase. So here you'll see order complete. Thank you for your order has been sent to the shop owner for processing, and they will contact you for payment details. And that is where then I get an email. I actually already got a notification on my phone that an order has been placed, and then I will go ahead and send you a PayPal invoice as soon as I get this. Something else that I wanted to tell you guys up here, this time left to shop. Now, anytime you add an item to your cart, this resets to an hour. So if I had an item in my cart and then I add something else 15 minutes later and I add something else 15 minutes later, this is going to keep resetting to an hour. But at the point that you stop adding anything to your inventory, you have adding items to your cart, you have 1 hour to check out. And if you don't check out in that amount of time, then the items that are in your cart are going to become available for somebody else to purchase. And so that's why it's important that if you have items in your cart that you want, you make sure to go through the checkout process so that way they don't get snatched up by anybody else. And if you decide like, I really am not going to be able to shop right now, I don't want to finish my transaction, if you could empty out your cart, that is helpful just because it won't hold your inventory there and look like to others it's not available, or not your inventory but your products. So it's best if you do empty out your cart if you decide you aren't going to continue shopping at this time. But you don't have to. It will just dump after an hour. But that's what, again, something that makes it a little easier for me is that I sometimes watch items. Somebody will ask me for something and I'm like, oh, it's in somebody's cart right now, so let me just keep an eye on it and see if they check out with it. And so I keep checking back to see, because I don't know how much longer until your cart expires. So that is just something that would be helpful if you change your mind or decide you don't want something. If you took that out of your cart, that would be great. So that would just be where you X those out of there before you exit the site. If you decide that you would like something, but you can't complete your shopping right now just because you have the rest of the day to go and you want to look at it again later that night, but you know for sure you want this teen, you don't want anybody else to get it, feel free to check out with it. We can always adjust your PayPal invoice and add items onto that, later on. So just contact me and let me know if we need to make any adjustments or add any additional items. Okay, so that kind of handles placing an order. One other thing that I wanted to show you was the sale button. So here, these are where you are going to find any type of sales. So these are seasonal sales and then holiday markdowns. So these items here, these are permanently marked down items, not something that's going to be going back up or something that is just a week-long sale or that type of thing. So you'll see that on the seasonal markdowns, it's going to tell you prices are reflected. So that means on the party site, if you click on that item, you're going to see the actual price that you're going to be invoiced for. If you click on the holiday markdowns, that is an additional 25% off of what the price is on the site. So I do try to detail some of that on here for you. So if you do do at some point see a new sale button, make sure to check these out down here or read through this a little bit so that way you know the fine print before you place an order and you're thinking that you're going to get an additional discount off of what the price is on the site. That might not always be accurate. And I can only run sales that are approved by headquarters or ones that they put in place or that are an option for me. So anything that you see on sale on my site ever is because it is headquarters approved, and I can't really go beyond that. Oh, here's my email saying that an order was placed. Okay. Now let's look here. So this is the sizing and styling videos. Now these videos are recorded live on Facebook, and then within 24 hours I have started to post them here on my page so that way they are something that we can reference later on, and that would be helpful for you guys. So here you're going to see the live when it actually aired, the description of that, and then here it's going to also tell you, I'm trying to make sure to notate what items were featured in this live video so that way you can see, let's say you're shopping later on and you look at that Mitchell dress and you're like, I wonder what Rachel thought of the Mitchell dress. Does this fit true to size? Should I size up or size down? You could come back to these videos for reference and you can see, oh, here, this video, she talked about the Mitchell dress. If you click here, it's going to take you to YouTube, where then you will be watching the video that included the descriptions and the review of the Mitchell dress. So these will be coming and updated every time there is a live. And I think that kind of covers that. So hopefully you find these helpful. Shipping and return info, like I said, it's important that you guys kind of read through this so that way you understand everything about it. Now, shipping prices are not listed on my site because shipping does vary based on what you purchase and the weight of your items. Now, if anything, I try to charge you the absolute least that I can, so that way your shipping is not an astronomical price. But I don't always know, because if you order just a lace mesh tee, that costs very little to ship compared to a boyfriend cardigan, which costs a lot to ship. And even though they're both one item, I don't find it fair that I charge you to ship a lace mesh tee what I would charge you to ship a boyfriend cardigan. So shipping is going to vary, but please know that I always charge the lowest or most fair price that I absolutely can. So that is not detailed in here, but that would explain why. Then you'll be able to go through, you can read through my return and exchange policy and how exactly that works. If you click this Follow Me tab, this is just going to take you here where you can click to join my Facebook group or go directly to my Facebook group. And then this is where you can stalk me on Instagram. Now, I do post more on my Facebook group than I do in Instagram, but I do post here some flat lays and that type of thing. Okay, and then again, here is that join link. I can just give you a little brief look here at what that does. So the join link, this is where you would complete this form if you'd like some additional information from Agnes and Dora, and they would reach out to you and give you some additional information about joining the company or what options there are for you. But I'm always happy to help answer questions if you have any, so make sure to reach out to me if that is the case, and I can be of assistance. Okay, so I hope that this is helpful for you to know how to navigate through the party site. And something that's important is that I have a lot of people who will tell me like, oh, I'd like this and this and this size. And I'm happy to pull items for you. But the best thing about the party site is that it keeps track of what you purchase. So that way I can go back and I can look up your name and I can see exactly what you purchased and what size and on what date. And I can look and see that it was shipped. And it just has this really great tracking process. So if you tell me that you would like something in a specific size, what I have to do is I come on and I log into the party site as though I'm a customer, and I go through the checkout process. So I find the item, I put it in my cart, I check out, and then it shows that I made a purchase. Now, the only bad part about that is that it's not linked to you. So I can't look back and say, oh yes, I remember you bought that dress in this size. I then am trying to figure out when you purchased it and that it was through me, and so I have to look up my name or try to find it. So this makes it so it's just a much smoother process for all of us. Plus, it gives you a place that you can actually come and you can look and see what else is available, because I do have people ask me like, what do you have that would match this skirt? And so I can list off that like I have these 5 tees, but I don't even know if they're going to be the correct size for you if that's what you're looking for. So this is a place that you can come and you can really kind of take take a look and see what fits. Now, I know that there is a fantastic, and one of the best things about Agnes and Dora is the one-on-one service that we can give you, and I love to give that to you. I love to pair outfits for you and to communicate and chat with you and all of that. So I don't want to lose that, but this is just another option in a way that you will be able to take an up-close look and check for yourself to see what items there might be that will go together. I still am happy to send you pictures of items together to make sure that they match and they'll look good together, and I'm happy to help you if you say, I can't figure out what will match these leggings. Do you have any suggestions or ideas? I am more than happy to help do that. This is just another way to help utilize the great options that the party site has for us, for both you and myself, and to be able to give you additional service here with such great technology. So hopefully this will help you so that when you are shopping, you're able to kind of zone in more as to what you're looking for, and where you won't feel like the site is so bogged down with this large inventory to be loading. If you have questions regarding this, feel free to reach out to me. Hopefully you find that this has been helpful and that you will be able to shop the party site a little bit easier and be able to kind of browse and look for those goodies that you are after without a headache. So if you have questions, please reach out to me on Facebook, send me an email. I am happy to chat with you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for shopping, and I will chat with you all soon. See ya.